A new $10 million museum recognising the bombing of Darwin is opening this weekend. It features audiovisual and interactive displays. Curator Michelle Smith gave me a tour of the Defence of Darwin Museum at East Point.
Welcome to the Defence of Darwin experience.
Should we take a look inside?
Absolutely, come along. When you arrive at the Defence of Darwin experience, you'll get a character card and you can follow that character through the experience and at the very end get their biography so you know what happens to them in the end.
So what's this room about?
This room is about Darwin Town, so it's about Darwin in the 1920s and 1930s, and the idea is to give people a bit of a context as to what this town was like before the military build-up. This map is about the Japanese expansion, so while Australia is getting ready for war, so is the Japanese. So it's really giving their perspective on the expansion. At the same time, Darwin's getting ready for war as well. So this is talking about the build-up in the military. The interactive table is really a key part of the experience.
So what's this map showing at the moment?
So at the moment we're looking at Smith Street and we're looking at the CBD. So a lot of the activity on the 19th of February actually happened in this area, around the post office, the wharf, the oil tanks. That whole district was quite badly bombed. We've actually knitted together 9 aerial shots and created this incredibly detailed map. And there are 28 characters, so you'll click on a character and it will tell you where that person was on that day, and you'll get some audio. Often that audio is actually from their own oral history, so telling you, might be Betty Duke, who was a typist, and she'll be telling you what happened to her that day, how she got injured.
So Michelle, this looks impressive. What happens here?
This is where the production will take place. So this is eyeglass, so once the production comes up, all the objects behind it you won't see. These are all objects to do with the 19th of February 1942. So these include things like the machine guns, which are examples of the sort of weaponry that was used on the day. Over here we have 2 key items, a life ring from the Neptuna, which was one of the more spectacular explosions on the day. And this is the Mae West of one of our characters. Mae West is an inflatable life jacket. And John Glover was wearing that. He was a P-40 pilot, an American, and he was shot down. When he was being evacuated on the Menunda, which was the hospital ship, they took the Mae West off him and he was evacuated. I think there is that traditional sense that military museums are for older people or for men, and I don't think that this is a military museum. I think this is a social history museum. It's about people, and I'm hoping that that will connect people with it of all age groups.
So this is one of the Japanese bombs?
Yes, this was dropped on the 19th of February. It didn't explode, which is why it's so intact. Don't worry, we've taken the explosive material out of it, and it was kind of a souvenir for a lot of people, and it ended up at the Darwin Military Museum, and now here it is.
Well, Michelle Smith, thank you so much. That was a fantastic tour.
Thank you, you're very welcome.